Are y'all ready to divide fractions? They're so much fun. Dividing fractions is exactly like multiplying fractions with one tiny little exception. So if you've mastered multiplying fractions, then dividing fractions is going to be super easy. Let's look at our first example. If we have 2/3 divided by 1/2, when we divide fractions, the only thing that we have to do is we have to take this second one and flip it upside down. Now when you flip it upside down, that's called the reciprocal. So you're going to take the reciprocal of the second one and make that 2/1. And then you just multiply. Pretend like you're multiplying. You're no longer dividing. So 2/3 divided by 1/2 is the same thing as 2/3 times 2/1. To divide fractions, one more time, you multiply by the last one's reciprocal. That's how you do it. And when we multiply, we look to see if we can cross cancel. 2 and 1 won't cross cancel, and 2 and 3 won't cross cancel. So I multiply straight across. Numerator times numerator. 2 times 2 gives me 4. Denominator times denominator. 3 times 1 gives me 3. My answer is 4/3. So 2/3 divided by 1/2 is 4/3. Okay, let's do another example. If I've got 1/4 divided by 3/8, if we're dividing, we're going to take our second fraction, we're going to get the reciprocal, which is 8/3, and then we're going to multiply 1/4 times 8/3. First of all, look to see if you can cross cancel anything. I see right here I can cross cancel the 4 and the 8. I know that there is a number that goes into both of those numbers evenly, and the number is 2, right? 2 will go into 4 and into 8. However, 2 is not the largest number that goes into both of them. When we're cross-canceling, we want the biggest number that goes into both of them. The biggest number that goes into 4 and into 8 is 4. So we're going to cross out 4. We go 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. 8 divided by 4 gives me 2. Now that I've got that cross-canceled, I look to see if I can cross-cancel the other numbers diagonally, 1 and 3. I cannot. So I have 1/1 times 2/3. We multiply numerator times numerator. 1 times 2 is 2. Denominator times denominator. 1 times 3 is 3. And my answer is 2/3. Make sure we have all that cleared up. Let's work one more example. Let's say that I have 6/7 divided by 3/5. Again, to divide fractions, you take the reciprocal of the second one and you multiply. So the reciprocal of 3/5 is 5/3. And then we're going to multiply the 6/7. Notice that first one stays exactly the same. The only one you're changing is the second one. Okay, now we need to look to see if we can cross cancel. I'm looking here at my 6 and my 3, and I think, well, 3 goes into both of those numbers evenly. Is 3 the largest one? Yes, it is. So I can cross cancel a 3 out. 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. 3 divided by 3 gives me 1. If I'm cross canceling on the other side, the 5 and the 7, there is no number that goes into both of those evenly other than 1, and again, we don't do 1. Now we can multiply 2/7 times 5/1. Top times top, 2 times 5 gives me 10. Bottom times bottom, 7 times 1 gives me 7. My answer is 10/7. Like I said, dividing fractions is exactly like multiplying fractions, except for you have to take the second one, the second fraction, and multiply by the reciprocal. You don't divide, you multiply by the reciprocal of the second one.